Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game. This is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Missouri ready to kick off. They got us underway. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Run inside. It's Clark. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Got it down the field. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the...
There's got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Lee. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here's Hardy to to begin the drive. Stumbled to the ground.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
And I don't think people realize...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts. Hard-hitting tackle. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, here's Hardy. Got a little grass. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Bring in the heat. Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, give to Hardy. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, 1st down here. Here's Simmons to throw. Firing to the right, complete.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Simmons zings it complete to the right. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Might be calling a hot route.
Magic. Stay.
Austin Simmons firing again. Touchdown, Tigers! He got it right inside the pylon. Extra point here will tie the game.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
They'll snag it just inside the 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. DB's right up on the receivers. That's caught. It's Harbor. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Throwing, Sellers. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times today.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Here comes the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Makes a catch. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Sellers. Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight end.
Touchdown, South Carolina! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
Man, that was beautiful clock management.
Big body
Great
sleep.
job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Lee. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Ready? Hey, kill it, kill it.
Quarterback may change this route. Austin Simmons, a play fake. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 4 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's Ole Miss looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Pac-12.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready.
Snags it, and he's open. Fighting off the defender. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good.
Maybe a crease. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Throwing Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Runs through a tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Sellers. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lee. That gamble did not. from Thoreau Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the
Lucky I'm giving you another shot. That shit was over.
And the Missouri Tigers. Restate the
Hey, you lucky I'm giving you another shot. That shit was over.
Thank you guys. I have checked in with the Tigers.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that shit, bro. What did it say for you? It said lost connection to your peer?
Warning his players all week. Do not overlook anyone. We have to be the best version of ourselves today.
Nah, it just told me I lost.
Back to you.
Yeah.
Ollie, thank you. This ought to
It's
be
cool.
a
We can run it back.
tremendous matchup.
Yeah, stream up and everything. I don't know what the fuck.
And the Gamecocks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Simmons to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Hardy. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Kill. 180 race call. 180 race call.
Running inside. It's Hardy. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The Tigers headed quickly to the line.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back.
Makes the catch on the right side. Running free. Touchdown, Tiger. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watch film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Throwing Sellers. Spits it out to the back. Got his man. Smashes through the tackle. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
That's some pretty sticky coverage right there, man. You play that man-to-man coverage and you have those outbreaking routes. I tell you what, you got to kind of be careful as a QB how much you want to attack that, especially when the coverage is so tight. He does a good job staying glued to the receiver and knocking the football down.
Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lee. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Simmons. Got a man. It's Terry. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Quickly complete. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The run inside. It's Hardy. He's got enough for a Missouri first down. No huddle here for the offense.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Throwing Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Hardy. Picks up the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Simmons on play action. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just got rid of the football. I'm not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounded. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Simmons to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to take off. Shakes off the defender. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Simmons. Release to the back. Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harbor. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Running inside. It's Clark. Finding some room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Here's a heat. A strike downfield. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Here's Sellers to throw. Now improvising. Took a shot as he threw.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Bulldozes his way through. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game.
Oh, and they blocked it. He's got a chance to take this one back. So an 82-yard drive there, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Lee. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Sellers makes a catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? On the move. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Nice catch for the 2-point conversion. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Lee. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Simmons. Finds his man. It's Lee. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Back to pass. It's Simmons. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And they'll take over 1st and 10. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing, Sellers. Snagged in the middle. It's Harbor. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, it can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
To the air on second down. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
You know, defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from. And great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the...
Makes the grab in their space. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Sellers to the air again. Oh, they're after him. Just threw that one way too far.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. Pucks it out of the air. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing Simmons. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Missouri will use its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Let's see what they have in the bag on third and short from their own 18. Finds his tight end. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit.
Makes a grab for a big play. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Here's Simmons to throw. Sends it downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
His drive will open from the 15. To throw, it's Sellers. Caught over the middle, it's Hunt. How about that weight room work he's showing off there as he gets across the 20? They'll mark it at the 22.
You're not there,
The
bro.
Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts.
You're not there, bro.
They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in, it's Tuggle. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be...
Lots of room to run. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 4 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's Ole Miss looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. It's Hunt. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. The run inside. It's Clark. Makes it past the marker. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bennett. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down.
Lucky, but they go a post for you. They go a post for you.
He makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
You got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Here's Sellers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jeff. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The defense takes matters into its own hands. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Sends it back in motion. They go play action with Simmons. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Missouri wants to go fast.
Nice job by this defense getting to the
Damn, bro. One game, one bad game, you out of here?
Because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. You've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this.
Hurt
and
more
the defense is fully aware
you know?
that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this second half.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Simmons lets it fly deep downfield. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Man, they scored a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. And that's what you got to do
over there on the corner. Right, he came down on the line, so I threw it in the slot. It was wide open.
Slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. We can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be...
Snagged it, and there's running room. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And the Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Sellers. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly. Touchdown Gamecocks. And the beatdown has ensued. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Pony.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Coming out with it, it's Lee. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense is ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Throwing Simmons. Fires to the right. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Going to take a shot. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first to keep the drive alive. QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Austin Simmons wants to fire again. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. He's got it on the move. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They go right back to their man on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Who can be the most physical team? That's what I love about this offense. Back-to-back plays, make no bones about it. They trusted their offensive line. They're going to run the football, and the defense couldn't answer.
That's what I like the best about that play call, David, is just the patience, right? You're going to stick to the run. Yeah, you got stopped earlier, but you're trusting this offensive line to get the push necessary, and your running back to find a tiny crease to get into the end zone. So being physical down here at this area of the field, so important. Nice play call as well to stick with it.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Throwing, Sellers. Unloads to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Got a man. It's Clark. Open space at the 25. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Back to throw, it's Sellers. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that third down. They hit the drag route. They get a nice gain, but that now sets up fourth down with more yards to go, and it's decision time. I think moving forward on third downs, you got to start thinking about routes down the field.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Pulls it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. And I got to be honest, I like it.
Pocket breaking down. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like a pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Here's Simmons to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Makes the grab. It's Hardy. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Looking for the end zone. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare.